So we are going live about 30 minutes, 30 seconds early. What's up, guys? This is Bruce Wang. I know a few of you guys are already in the chats, and I just want to say thank you guys for showing up early. Let's go. So in today's video, we're going to be going over GME updates. We're going to try to get ready for next week because next week is going to be epic. It's going to be the epic saga continues. The historical saga continues. And mainly in today's video, we'll be talking about GME, Gamestop, won't stop, can't stop, diamond hands, no paper hands in the chats, please. I know a lot of you guys want to know about AMC. I know a lot of you guys want to know about Nokia, BBY, Dogecoin. I see it. I see it in the chats all the time, but we're sticking with the main money maker for me right now. I'll give you guys a quick portfolio update. Nothing's going to change, between right now and, between last. All right, so let me get this corrected. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys, so give me 1 second. This is the wrong screen, buddy. My bad, guys. All right, let's go. This is my portfolio. We're sitting at just under $140,000. These are all my top holdings. Let me just move this over for you guys. These are all my top holdings here. All right. GME has to be my most profitable play, but that's not how I wanted it to be when I first started. When I first started, I thought I was just going to put a little bit of money into GME and, just roll with the punches because it's going to be very volatile. All right. So we're going to be going over how to manage your risk and all of that as well. But just also remember, I'm not a professional financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So I have 100 shares of GME. I haven't sold anything. I've been holding for 1 week straight now. Diamond hands. All right. A lot of you guys are still hating on Robinhood, but what can I do with Robinhood? I have every single stock that I own on Robinhood right now, over $100,000. I can't just, if I sell now, I have to realize all those capital gains. I have to pay even more in taxes. It's not easy. It's not an easy decision, And on top of that, I based a lot of, look at this, Robinhood's still down right now. That's weird. So maybe later on in today's video, I might even be able to jump on with Brian Jung on his live. I'll just shoot him a message real quick. So if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram right now. I'm going to post this to the live stream for Instagram to see. We're going live right now on the channel. Jump on in. All right, guys. So we're good with that. So I'm going to be jumping into Wall Street bets. There's a few topics that I want to talk about today, specifically with GME. If you guys are brand new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be going deeper and deeper into, the plans, how people are seeing what might happen next week with the short sellers, especially on Monday. For me, I'm like 50-50 where everything's going to be, all right? Battling a hedge fund, a short seller hedge fund worth billions of dollars is not an easy task. It literally takes the entire world to battle a hedge fund. And that is exactly what is going on right now. People on both sides of the political party, on the Democratic side, on the Republican side, even anywhere down the middle as well. We all literally have to team up to be able to even contend with a billion dollar hedge fund. All right, so we're going to jump into Wall Street bets. This is the first post that I want to go over. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is what covering their asses look like. Closing long positions to cover GME losses. The effects of 140% naked shorting, not Wall Street bets. This is one thing that I was concerned about over last week. What would the best case scenario be if we just won? If all of us won this war against these short sellers that were just being way too greedy. They shorted over 140% of GameStop, which was seems to be like it should be illegal to do that because you're selling shares you don't own. Also overselling shares. So these hedge funds now have to cover their positions over the last week. And, for the last few days of the trading week, this is what the stock market looks like. This is basically a heat map of all the big sectors in the stock market. We got, financial sector, healthcare, consumer defensive, industrial. So for anybody that's brand new and doesn't understand what this is basically a heat map of the temperature of what's going on with the stock market for the last, day. So if we take even like a closer look, you can see Apple was down 1.5%, Facebook was down 4.5%, Google was down 5.5%. So these hedge funds now, whenever you build a portfolio in a hedge funds, you have to, depending on, what type of hedge fund you are, but basically you're going to be diversified. You're going to have ownership in like a lot of these big companies that I'm invested in as well. So these hedge funds most likely have ownership in a lot of these companies, and now they have to sell off. And whenever you sell off onto the market, when you're just dumping all of your stocks to cover your position, most likely, depending on if you're a hedge fund, it's going to be a bigger share than normal people, right? And then a retail investor. So this is what the markets was looking like. This is not us, all right? This is literally the hedge funds having to do what is required of them to cover their positions. So if you guys want to know more about this, we have to really dig deeper into the stock market. But I know a lot of you guys here right now. We have 750 people viewing. Welcome to the live stream. So we're going to be going over a lot of these popular posts on Wall Street Bets. I'm going to analyze it for you. I'm going to show you like a lot of bullish cases, bearish cases on what everybody's thinking and the overall sentiment of what is going to happen next week. A lot of people are asking me, is it too late to be buying GME right now? Is it too late? Is it too late? And we got people like this who are still holding 700. I mean, this guy has 2,368 shares of GME. Look at this. He's gaining a lot. So if anybody got in early, it's a lot easier to hold. But anybody that's getting in now, you got to be a little bit stupid to buy in right now and hold, all right? Got to be honest with you. But, you guys are my fellow degenerates right now. You guys are my fellow degenerates. And I'm holding still. I got in relatively middle of the game. In my opinion, I got in at $90. So this is his position. I'm pretty sure his price, his portfolio fluctuated pretty crazily over the last few days, like mine. But let's move on to the main topic of the day here. This is Melvin Capital. This is from the Wall Street Journal. So this is a pretty reputable source of information. Wall Street Journal is saying Melvin Capital lost 53% in January, hurt by GameStop and other bets. The losses extend beyond GameStop, with declines coming from throughout its portfolio in January. However, new and existing clients have signed up to invest money into the hedge fund on February 1st. So that just means we got 47% more to go until these guys are bankrupt. All right, so what this means is we've been doing a pretty good job as a whole, as retail investors holding. I'm pretty sure a lot of us got diamond hands to be able to make this hedge fund, Melvin Capital, lose 53% of their entire. Think about that, 53%. Let's see if we can find how much Melvin Capital is worth. How about that? Capital. If you guys know, throw the answer in the comment section. But definitely, I'm thinking we got 47% more to go before these guys are good and done. All right, so right now I'm looking to see, assets under management. I mean, this is from Google itself. I can't verify other than that. Melvin Capital Management LP is an American investment management firm founded in 2014. So, yeah, Gabriel Plotkin, this guy was the one that was in the news trying to tell everybody why they were shorting GME. So this guy is pretty infamous at this point. So they have roughly, I'm seeing 8 billion here, 7 billion here in 2019. So those numbers should be relatively accurate, right? What is 50? That's 3.5 plus percent. Excuse me, 3.5 billion is basically how much they lost in January. So They got about 3.5 more to go, and we good. We can. That's our ticket to the moon. All right, I just want to read the chat really quickly. We got a super chat coming in that I want to post up on here. So thank you, Mitchell. Super chat going from Mitchell. What do you think is going to be the next GME? This is a big question that has been asked many, many times. All right, so I'm going to try to address this as best as I possibly can. So let me gather my thoughts real quick. There is not going to be another GME. All right, GME is a once in a decade type of stock that like this thing happening right now with GME is once in a lifetime. It's never happened before. So for me to predict the next one, like I can't do that. So what I'm trying to do right now is let you guys know we're all in on GME. A lot of people are all in on GME. A lot of people that are trying to find the next stock to go in because they think, GME is not done yet. The short squeeze still hasn't been squeezed. Next week is probably going to be the week that it happens. That's what I'm thinking. Next week is going to be the week that it happens. If not next week, then maybe, the week after that, because these hedge funds right now, they're bleeding out, trying to cover their positions. Every single day that they don't cover their positions, they're bleeding out money because they owe a lot of I think the interest rates on some of the money that they're borrowing is like close to 20% at one time. That's the last time I checked how much they had to pay. So 20% of $1 billion, you do the math, guys. So these guys have to close their positions. And the further out the money GME is for them, the more we can make potentially. So hopefully that addressed your comments. But, after GME is done and over with, once, like my sell target is 1,000 plus, and that would be a good for me. That I would think that would be the moon to me, the moon. So, after this is done with all GME talk and everything, then we will be moving on to the next. So for anybody brand new here, my name is Bruce Wang. We're talking about GME. I'm going to try to reset the room really quickly. If you guys haven't dropped the like yet, please drop a like for me. And let's get on with analyzing the top post on the Wall Street Bet. So I cannot really go. I don't like watching mainstream media news anymore that are talking about GME because basically they're painting Wall Street Bets as the bad guys. They're painting retail investors as the bad guys. Us retail investors, we only have, thousands of dollars to invest. Maybe a lot of us even have less than that. So whenever I'm on like CNBC, CNN, it's really tough to get an objective point of view on what is going on. So I like to come to Wall Street Bets. These guys, I'm pretty sure if you go into the comment section, we're going to find a lot of funny comments as well. But imagine falling this hard and having people lined up to invest with you. All right, so he's going off of the last sentence here. Melvin Capital still has a lot of people lined up. These rich guys, they have rich friends in rich places. They're going to be doing this forever. Like these guys, they have enough money to live the rest of their life without even having to work again. That's just how unbalanced the wealth gap in America is right now. And, you could honestly say that for the rest of the world too. But, that's getting into economics, which is not technically what my channel is about. So this is a good point here. This is a 1 year plus Wall Street member. Please protect yourself. So, everybody's getting really hyped about next week. Everybody's like YOLO playing all of their money, which most likely is not a good idea. Buying GME right now is not an investment. Buying Nokia, all these other companies is not an investment, all right? Doing this is basically similar to buying a lotto ticket. That's how I picture it. So most of the time, people are going to lose money on this right now if it doesn't go their way. So I'm going to jump into the chat here. I know that is like a really... All right, so we got another super chat from Joel. That's just the truth of it. That's just the truth of it. So when I ever invest, I make sure that it is a very small percentage of my entire portfolio. This is including real estate. This is including all my stocks, everything that I have invested into businesses and all that. This is like 1%. Yeah, probably more than 1% now because of how much it's worth today. But definitely when I did put in $10,000, it was like 1% of everything that I owned. So if that's how I think most people should be doing their investments, is if you're going to do something really risky, make sure you can handle the risk. Oh man, we're getting a lot of super chats here. All right. So last super chat, and then I'll be getting back onto the main topic here. Super chat from Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. AMC is 79% shorted. It can be a good push, but it won't be as big as GME. That's exactly what I'm saying. Man, I need to let me find a post here that I put up the other day from Michael Burry. Michael Burry is he invested in GameStop last year. After this was Michael Burry, he's famous for The Big Short. This is the guy. All right, I don't think this is his post, his actual nope, that's not him. All right, if I can find it, I'll bring it up. But basically, he summed it up pretty well. GME has been shorted over 140%. That means there's going to be a big difference between the supply and the demand. As long as the retail investors control most of the supply, we can basically demand whatever amount that we want to get to sell the shares at. That is the whole that's the whole concept right now of the short squeeze. And yes, AMC is shorted quite heavily as well, but definitely not to the extent that GME is. So basically, this post is exactly, I just kind of summed it up. Some lives are about to be ruined. I'm not saying GME is going to tank. I'm just kindly asking you to not play with your life savings or borrowed money. You know, that's what most investors will say, the same exact thing. Most investors will say the same exact thing. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are younger, so you guys might have less experience putting your money in places and watching it grow and stuff like that. So I just want you guys to know it's not going to be exactly what you think. It's always going to be something unexpected. All right, let me clean this up for you. So we are taking a look right now at the Wall Street Bull. This is in New York City, New York. Autistic children at play here, without being too graphic. Amateur investors, perhaps propelled by a mix of greed and boredom, are looking to teach Wall Street a lesson. They've come together on a popular Reddit page, Wall Street Bets, to push the stock of companies like GameStop up to 1,700% to outrageous highs. So, you know, another thing that I want to talk about is Robinhood, which I'll go over in a bit. As opposed to professional investors who are famously propelled by a mix of generosity and love for all humankind and mankind. This is the New York Times, all right? They're saying we're doing this out of greed and boredom. That's completely false. You guys know why we're doing this. We're doing this because these hedge funds are, oh man, this is the complete opposite of what is going on. This is the complete opposite of what's going on. So that's why whenever you see posts very similar to this, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I come back onto Wall Street Bets. You know, we get the real message here of what's going on. We got, I forgot his real name, but this is definitely deep effing value hold. So this is, oh man, lights just went off. Give me a second. What is going on here? Technical difficulties, guys. My bad. Deep effing value. He's the leader of the cause at the moment. He is still holding on to all of his shares. I think currently they're worth around $40 to $50 million, and he's still holding on. Roaring Kitty, also known as Roaring Kitty. A lot of people are not going to sell until this guy sells. So I think he is the person to follow if you guys are really deep into GME. I'm personally following him as well. He updates his portfolio every single time after the market closes. So just stay up to date. You know, you can follow these guys if all right, you can't really, that's not his thing, but definitely you can follow his Reddit username. And let's talk a little bit about Robinhood. All right. All right. So we got another, man, you guys are blowing up the chat. So let's reset the room really quickly. We got almost 1,500 people up in here. Drop a like if you guys haven't dropped a like yet. And please follow me on Instagram. I'm so close to getting to 10,000 followers. It's been a lifelong goal of mine for the last few years to get there. So please drop me a follow if you guys haven't already. But let's talk about Robinhood. All right. I know a lot of you guys are hating me because I'm still using Robinhood. If you guys want some free stocks with Webull, you guys can sign up with Webull if you guys are trying to transfer your portfolio. That's something I'm strongly considering. So I'm talking to the Webull marketing team to see if they can get you guys any better deals than this. But right now they're offering 4 free stocks if you guys want to transfer from Robinhood to Webull, and the restrictions are less. There's less restrictions on Webull at the moment with how much GME you can buy. The last time I checked, Robinhood, you can probably buy 1 GME on Friday. So next week is going to be pretty crazy. So, I've been doing a lot of research on why Robinhood did what they did. And basically, they were caught in between a rock and a hard place. And whatever they did, it was probably the worst decision they made for their entire business. But to go with the other movement that they could have gone with, it would have been a bad decision too. So right now we are thinking that Robinhood is colluding with the hedge fund Melvin Capital and Citadel. Citadel actually pays Robinhood for the data, for the order information, the order flows. So Robinhood makes roughly like 40% of his revenues from Citadel. Citadel is the parent company of Melvin Capital. Melvin Capital is the company that is shorting GME. God, that's a mouthful. So hopefully you guys will follow me right now. All right. So from the surface value, it kind of looks like Robinhood is, working for Citadel. And what they're doing is basically trying to bring the price down for that company, that hedge fund. So they had to pay less to get their shares back. But what the actual case may be is, Robinhood is just a brokerage platform. All right. So you guys have to know the entire system of how to buy stocks. You're not buying when you place an order on Robinhood, it has to go through a clearinghouse. All right. This clearinghouse is basically the person that confirms everything. All right. And then before the clearinghouse is the DTCC, which I'll be calling them the DTC from now on. Right. And these two components of the stock market industry also have, they're also heavily regulated. And Robinhood, they need a certain amount of capital to make sure their orders can go through smoothly throughout the week, throughout the trading day. And because the volume of trades were so high over the last week, because everyone was buying and selling GME, they had to even raise more capital. I think they raised about $1 billion in capital on a Friday. Got to double check. All right. So see, look, Google's already on this. All right. Robinhood, in need of cash, raised $1 billion from its investors. I had the opportunity to actually talk with one of Robinhood's investors on Friday on Brian Jung's live stream. Hopefully you guys might have been there. But his name is Dave Hansen, and he was one of the early investors into the Robinhood platform. So these guys needed to raise an extra $1 billion just to be able to cover all of the orders going in and out from people wanting to buy GME, Nokia, and all these other stocks. So potentially this might be a liquidity issue where that's why they're restricting all of this buying for us. So that's a big deal, because there's a term in the stock market industry called failure to deliver, and failure to deliver is basically going to be a death blow for a brokerage. So yes, a lot of the things that this guy is Vlad. He is the CEO of Robinhood. So he has to make these tough decisions, right? So like as a business owner myself, having to go through, if I should buy something here, if this is worth my money, like he's doing it. Like I'm a small business owner, and this guy, this guy is the CEO of a, how many billions did they say it was worth? Like Robinhood is worth over 10 billion, something like that. I think the last time I checked, but I would really hate to be this guy right now, and I understand you guys might like hate this guy as well, just for really messing up the system here for us. But I think this is going to be an ongoing story, and regardless of what happens, the truth will come out when these guys get investigated. So it's just going to take a lot longer because it's going to take a lot longer. So I'm going to be watching every interview that he does. He supposedly he doesn't do well getting pressured in these interviews. And I showed you guys a interview with him and Chris Como on Friday as well. And Chris Como, even though I'm not a big fan of his, he grilled the crap out of him. And I kind of felt bad for him a little bit. But I'm not an expert in all of this. I'm basically just regurgitating what I've learned over the last. I took a break yesterday on Saturday. So that's what I've been doing. Even on my breaks, I'm trying to learn about the behind the scenes working of the stock market. Like from a newbie perspective, like this could get really complicated. Like it's already complicated for me, and I've been investing for years. So for a newbie to just come in and kind of understand everything that's going on behind the scenes, like the easiest way that I can put it is there's so many moving parts that there's just so many moving parts, and money is liquid money is basically how much cash that they could use at a moment's time. And that is what liquid means. It's the money that they have in their balance, right? And on top of that, we have margin. All right, margin is borrowed money. So between the liquid cash and the margin trading and the margin that's allowed, it's tough. It's tough on any type of especially for us that want to buy GME. So let's jump into the chat really quickly to see what's going on. Hopefully, I'm not boring you guys with some the behind the scenes action of what's going on in the stock market. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to try to make some money in the stock market. I don't really want to understand all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. But I thought everybody should know a little bit about that. And I could be completely wrong. So all right. So the chat, basically everybody is talking about AMC. So let's jump in AMC. Give the people what they want is what I always say, right? Let me check my audio levels. It sounds pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go into AMC, and Robinhood is really messing up right now. AMC is still roughly trading in the week. Look at this chart, man. So if any of you guys got in at $4, congratulations. You've made a lot of money. You've at 1.5x your money. So if you bought $1,000 here, you would have $5,000 on January 27th at this time if you sold. Hopefully you guys didn't sell because you got diamond hands. This is way too volatile, man. Imagine people that bought in at $20. The price drops all the way to $7. Most likely a lot of people sold, especially if you're a newbie investor that doesn't really know what you're doing. I can't blame you. I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing if I bought here. I would have probably sold around here, $10. But whenever you buy a stock, you should have a plan before you even buy it, and that's just fundamentals right there. So I'm not an expert on what's going on with AMC, but supposedly people that I've talked to, they have price targets of like $30 to $40 where they want to sell at. So that's just from what I've heard. I'm not invested in AMC. I don't think a lot of other people should be invested in AMC, and that's just a personal opinion. Let me know if you guys are invested in AMC. We can jump into all these other cryptocurrencies as well. So one thing I want to talk about, let's take a look at Doge real quick. I know a lot of people were pushing Doge all Friday, all Thursday. Those 2 days, I've never heard Doge more times in my entire life than on those 2 days. So let's see what would have happened if I bought Doge when you guys were pumping that coin. All right. So this is what day is this? This is today. All right. So we're gonna go back on Friday, which was January 29th, right? So if I bought Doge on January 29th, I would basically be down. It would have went from 7 cents all the way to 3 cents. So I would have been down over 50% of my entire investment if I listened to you guys about buying Doge. I would not buy Doge myself. All right, Doge is a meme. Doge is a joke. It was created as a joke. And one other thing that I learned about Dogecoin recently is they can create as much Dogecoin as they want. It's not like Bitcoin where you have a set limit. So Doge is one of those cryptocurrencies where the price could get inflated. They can just continue to print more Dogecoin. Let me know if I'm speaking facts on that. I recently heard that from another interview. I haven't confirmed it myself, but if that's the case, there's really no point in owning Doge. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, that's a different story. So if you guys want Bitcoin, I have a link to Coinbase, which I could pop up right now for you guys if I can find it. So I have a link to Coinbase where you guys can buy some $100 worth of Bitcoin, and you guys can get $10 worth of Bitcoin for free if you guys are interested. So, ever since, this thing happened with Robinhood, a lot of people been switching to, cryptocurrency, wanting to learn about cryptocurrency and wanting to get into cryptocurrency because basically nobody can control the Bitcoin other than you. No one's going to tell you cannot buy a certain thing, or, no one has control over that except for you. And the thing with Bitcoin, another thing I love about Bitcoin is it is deflationary. All right. It is a scarce asset. So the longer, so as we go on, as we move forward from here, there's going to be less and less Bitcoin to own, basically. So the price of Bitcoin should theoretically go up if people are continuing to buy. So thank you for the super chat, my boy. So that is, that's my thoughts on Doge. Hopefully you guys did not lose 50% of everything you put in. I know you guys really want me to pump Doge, but that's not what I'm here for. All right. So, I'm going to try to connect with you guys as much as possible. Let's see where we're at here. Can we crack 10,000 on Instagram? Can we crack 10,000 on Instagram? Let me know if you guys are wanting to follow me on Instagram. We just got 35 more follows on Instagram where I'm going to be pumping out a lot of stuff here. So maybe we can even go through my my screens. So I've been posting a lot of memes lately, which is how I've been getting through the day with all this stress. So back in the day, this is how we got ready for battle then versus getting ready for battle now. Drop some rockets emojis if this is hilarious. I wasn't around. I can imagine all the boomers right now looking at this and be like, just completely tearing us apart if they know exactly what we were doing. But I'm pretty sure they have no idea what's going on. As a boomer, they're not tech savvy. So this is what I posted earlier. This is what I talked about earlier. Definitely 47% more to go before we finish this out strong. Let me know what is. I'm going to be finding if there's any new posts out here. Citadel is the 5th largest owner of SLV. It's imperative we do not squeeze it. These are hedge funds, bots spamming awards. So this is something I'll probably take a look into. Citadel, they own 6,000 shares of this company. Let's see if someone broke it down in the chat here. So many distractions. If you're lost, hold GME and don't read anything else. Like I said, I think I agree completely. There's a lot of distractions here. That's why I tried only like to talk about GME. Imagine if everybody just had GME without owning any AMC or any of these other companies, dumping their money into them and just dumping their money into GME, we would probably already have won on Friday. But, because human psychology is the way it is, a lot of people are trying to predict the next trends, trying to get on the next trends before the old trends are even over. That's just how it is. You can't beat that. That's just human nature. Had no idea that Citadel had its hand in so many pockets. As per this article, 41% of all trading volume goes through them. Keep in mind they own a portion of Melvin Capital. They've tried to rig the market again, but against us. But it's time to change long GME. So I'm gonna throw this article for you guys down in the chat, so you guys have some reading material for tonight. Let's see. Attendees with your attendees, 100 attendees lunches for the local children's hospital. So I want to give a shout out to, I don't know who it is, but there's been a lot of charity given over this weekend that I've seen. A lot of people has been posting that this is what they're doing with the gains that they've had with GME. So, they maybe they got in GME early, they sold out. It's perfectly fine. A lot of people have paper hands. I get it. But a lot of people have been like donating their money, buying meals for underprivileged people, buying video games for underprivileged kids. So this is doing, even though the media is saying we're like the bad guys, we're like killing the market right now, the people that are in this are actually doing a lot of good. Doing a lot of good. And post. I don't know who Ross Goober is, but GME loses $5 a share per year, pre-pandemic and post. Melvin down 53%, one hedge fund dead. It's a matter of time till it goes the other way. Take the money and run. Wall Street bets. So he is pretty bearish on what is going on. We love the video game sector. We're long all these different companies, just not crappy GME. It's digital business gaming. Hold GME to the moon. Don't panic to listen to hacks like Ross Goober. He's a hedge fund crony and a liar. A lot of misinformation going on in the markets today. My dad, wife, and wife's boyfriend all telling me to sell, hold, fasting. So it looks like a lot of people are having mixed messages over on Wall Street Bets today, which is kind of strange. So it seems like a lot of. So one thing for anybody that's brand new to investing, over the weekend, people really cool down on their emotions, cool down on like the adrenaline that goes on throughout the week. So I think that is what is happening right now. A lot of people are kind of, coming back down to earth. They're seeing things with clear vision. And a lot of people might be planning to sell, but I'm just trying to get the word out on what is going on and trying to let you guys know like this is not over yet. This is really not over yet. So right now we're just looking at memes. Me at my job interview after I just watched The Big Short and got banned from day trading in Robinhood. So I recommend you guys to actually watch The Big Short. The Big Short is a movie about the Big Short. If I knew what I knew back then about investing, I would have done the same exact thing with The Big Short. So this movie came out in 2015. We got Steve Carell from The Office. We got freaking Batman, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt. This was a star-studded movie. Go watch this if you guys are really interested in the shorting the market, or this is a little bit different than how the short squeeze is happening now. These guys basically made a bet against the housing market. And as we all know, the housing market crashed in 2008. So These guys made big on that. I think Michael Burry made like billions of dollars off of this. Steve Carell, the character that he plays, I'm not sure exactly who it is, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys made a lot of money. Um, Not exactly the same as what's going on with the short squeeze. The short squeeze is definitely on a smaller scale. This, whatever happened here, actually like destroyed the economy for a while. So definitely, like this one had a bigger impact, but what is going on now is also having some crazy impact, and we'll never know the extent of what's going to happen with GME until many years later, many years later. But I think because of all this social media, because of how easy it is to get information out to the public as fast as possible, then I think it, this might happen a lot faster. A lot of people are more in the know as of right now. They celebrated ruining our economy. That's definitely a message in that movie that you guys will definitely see. A lot of these big banks went under, like Morgan Stanley, I believe. Yeah, I was actually in college when this happened. So I remember sitting in class and my finance professor telling me about like this big bank that's been around forever. Is now just gone just because it went under. All right, we got Virginia residents repping Wall Street bets. Even got a meme on there. So there was a lot of other posts that I want to go over. The big long explained. All right, so this is a gigantic post. I don't know if you guys want me to go over this, but let's jump into the chat and let's get this. Let's see what's going on here. I'm not saying. All right, so there's a lot of comments that I've seen in over the weekend. I was talking about the Volkswagen short squeeze of 2008, and I accidentally said 2018. You know, when you're talking for hours on end, for days on end, you're gonna get some brain farts, and I apologize. Most of the time, I'm pretty stupid, so a lot of things I say I get mixed up. I always mess up my words. I always tell the wrong numbers, so just double check me in the chat, and definitely I'll make sure I don't say it again. You guys make it seem like talking is easy, especially when you're talking in front of over 2,000 people. All right, so for anybody that's brand new, welcome back into the live stream. We're talking about GME. We're going over the overall sentiment, and definitely I'm feeling that a lot of people on Wall Street bets right now are their heads have cooled down. There's less emotion involved right now with everything that's going on. So this is might be a bit anticlimactic for a lot of people. These are the earning calls that are happening. That is happening in the stock market. So this is perfect. All right. So right now we're getting, everything that we're talking about is GME and all of these other meme stocks. But if you guys are long-term investors or really considering like buying legit companies that have like amazing value, definitely, a lot of these other companies that are going on sale, like Apple, Tesla, a lot of those companies are down over the last week because of everything that's been going on. So definitely put a lot of those companies inside your watch list and do some research on them. Coming up this week, we got a lot of earning calls. If we take a look, Alibaba is a big company that I've been in for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I'm really bullish on Alibaba. I think they're undervalued, and with everything going on, I wish I had more money to put in Alibaba, but right now, I've been saving up money to put into GME. Amazon, great company. Like you can buy into Google, you can buy into, and a lot of people not liking these oil companies, but definitely eBay is decent. PayPal, Spotify. Spotify did a collab with Joe Rogan. They basically are licensed Joe Rogan's podcast, so there's a lot going on over there. Some off the top, Peloton. Peloton is not just a iPad on a bike. They actually do a lot. They have a reoccurring subscription model where people sign up for classes online, and I think they pay like $30 a month. So very similar to Netflix. Subscription-based model companies are the new trend over the last 5+ years now, and definitely those are the companies that have been doing the best. So whenever you see a subscription-based model and a lot of people buying into it, most likely that company is doing very well. So this is just outside of GME talk. So this is just like stuff that goes on in my head and what I look for, and whenever I'm looking at like companies to invest in. So definitely, with everything, with the spotlight shine on GME right now, if you're not really interested in it, then definitely a lot of these other companies are on sale at the moment. Apes together strong. Let's check out this meme. There's no volume. Oh no, this guy's gonna get messed up. This guy's done. That's not even that funny. All right, let's jump back into the chat and see what's going on. Bruce Wang is the next Joe Rogan. If you got dude, I've listened to Joe Rogan for the last freaking 3 years. And I got the same mic as him. I'm trying to get at the same studio as him. And yeah, definitely I take a lot of inspiration from Joe Rogan. If I can get some high profile guests on here, go for like an hour interview with them. That would be diamond hands right there. All right, so Bruce, if you had 10K disposable income, where would you be dumping it into? So if you guys didn't know anything about me overall, other than I'm invested in GME, I would not put that into GME. I would actually probably put that as a down payment on a rental property. That's where I make most of my money outside of stock market. I have 2 duplexes. I have 1 condo in New York. I have those are all my rentals, and I can live right now. I'm living off of the rents. All right, I don't have to work. Like, I can have a decent, really restricted though, like not a luxurious lifestyle, but a really, minimalistic lifestyle, just living off of that rent. So definitely that's where I made most of my money. So I'm kind of biased towards real estate, but definitely real estate is where I would be investing any type of cash if I had it right now. If you guys aren't really wanting to buy physical properties, you guys can buy REITs. REITs is a great way to be invested in real estate as well and get like monthly reoccurring payments. Realty Income is definitely one of those companies. Realty Income is a company that pays you monthly dividends. I made so many videos about them. Like, I don't make videos just about GME, but for the last week I did. But previously, I made a lot of content about dividend investing. And that's one more goal for me, is to get my dividend investing portfolio to shoot me out about $5,000 a month on average. And I want to live off of that income as well. So, I have big goals, not just make millions of dollars off of GME. Yes, I do want to do that as well, but, I have realistic goals as well. So without trying to bore everybody in here, there's many ways to make money in the stock market. I've learned of a few, and, I've really went hard into dividend investing and like investing in companies that pay monthly dividends. That's my bread and butter right now. But GME got me sidetracked for a week, and definitely is well worth it. It is well worth the getting sidetracked here with GME. It's more than an investment for me at the moment. So we got Asians got your back, guys. Asians got your back. All right. With COVID and everything trying to divide us, with the pandemic dividing us politically, economically, even like canceling flights, not even allow people to come into the country. Everyone's really coming together for GME right now. Imagine everything that could happen. This is the thing that brings everybody together. Gamestop won't stop, can't stop. So Asians got your back, still holding strong, and plan to add more next Monday. So this looks like a Chinese brokerage. Definitely, maybe Hong Kong. I think in Hong Kong you're able to purchase some American stocks over there, like how we're able to purchase like shares of Alibaba. That's called a ADR, American Depository something. I blank on these acronyms all the time. So sorry about that. Damn, paid a Benjamin Ford to the first employee opening GameStop today. You know, you can't make this up. A lot of these guys is, yeah, we're memeing all the time, but the people that made the most from this, they are giving back whatever way they can. You know, a lot of people are going into this with like hundreds of dollars. So $100 could be life changing for some of you guys. And you know, do whatever you can to give back, especially if you've made a lot of money on GME and stuff. You know, for me, how I'm giving back is, you know, I'm just sharing the message. I'm analyzing stuff for you guys, and that's how I'm giving back. I'm just doing my part. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is you know, I was really heavy into this message when I first began investing into GME. It's basically stop fighting over AMC and GME. Both are battlefronts versus vampires. You know, whatever floats your boat. A lot of you guys aren't trying to get into GME right now because it's worth like what, 300. Let me double check the price. $312. And a lot of people want to get into AMC because it's only worth less than $15. It doesn't matter as long as you believe in the in what is happening with the short squeeze. As long as you know, like I said, I don't think AMC is still not as good as GME in my opinion, but go for it if you're going that way. There are $47 calls at $40. I don't know if that's $47. I'm not really sure. On this Friday at AMC, 25,000 bet between $20 and $40, and this is a bit confusing. I don't want to confuse you guys, but definitely, whatever way you decide to go, you know, best of luck. AMC is all right. It's all right with me. All right, so I want to explain the short attacks, short ladder attacks. So hedge funds, to they have the ability to do some crazy stuff because they have so much money, right? Um, so on January 28th, we saw a very big short attack. Well, the first one was over here on January 25th. You know, stock price raised up. You know, a lot of people were getting into GME. Like that's probably the second or third wave of people starting to get to GME. Pushed the price up to $139. I was watching GME all day on Monday here, and it crashed. And these short sellers crashed the price all the way back down to $70. This happened in between the span of like 1 to 2 hours. So that's the power that these short sellers have with their ability to short ladder attack. And short ladder attacking is basically hedge funds buying and selling to each other, activating all these high frequency trading bots. You know, if you guys don't know much about the stock market, you know, as a retail investors, we have certain tools to, you know, buy and sell, and it's very limited. But as a hedge fund, these guys have some crazy tools. They have, you know, access to a lot of information to where everybody wants to sell their stocks. So basically, they're buying and selling to each other, trying to lower the price artificially. But as long as the retail investors is holding onto GME, like it's not gonna work. All right, that's the basic. That's why everyone's saying hold the line, don't sell. So that's exactly what happened on, I think this is Thursday. Thursday was a rough day, guys. Thursday was a rough day. So price went from 470 to 126. So if you guys were wondering what happened on that day, that was their best short seller attack. And this got a lot of people out of the markets, man. Imagine you bought at 500. This is roughly 500. And the price dropped to 126. You guys would probably be completely devastated. Anybody would be completely devastated especially if this was their investment, if this was their idea as an investment. This is not an investment, guys. Like I said, this is like, think about it as going to the casino with $10,000, and you know, whatever happens in the casino, like most likely you're not going to win, but it's more like gambling. So hopefully, like, I'm explaining this well for you guys. That's why next week we're gonna see some crazy stuff happen. You know, this is not gonna be the final attack from the hedge funds. Uh, they essentially, one tactic that these hedge funds can do. One of my friends, me and my friends were talking about it. He explained it to me like these guys have enough money to be able to, you know, drag this out for at least like a few weeks. And the idea of dragging it out for, excuse me, dragging it out for longer is that people would start to, you know, not be so excited about the movement, not really be invested in it as much emotionally, physically. And when that happens, you know, people are just gonna move on to the next thing, right? It's like the news cycle. Whenever something crazy happens, everybody's talking about it for a few days, maybe 1 week at the most, and then next week something else comes up, and then everybody's talking about that. So this is what me and my friends were saying is that these hedge funds could just make it seem like, you know, this is in the news today, and you know, 1 or 2 weeks later, it could be forgotten. So I think that is the best case scenario that the hedge funds do, the short sellers do, and that is a really, I think that is a really good strategy if they go about it that way because you know us, man, we got low attention spans. Personally, like I got an attention span of a goldfish, and like I'm scrolling all day on Instagram, on YouTube, looking for the next, you know, next entertaining thing to look at. So I just want to open your eyes to that happening because that is a definitely one thing that can happen. Let me know if what you think about that strategy because um, it might happen. Like they might just take they might just take the losses, you know, over time and like you know push out their expiry dates on their you know roll over their expiration dates on a lot of their options to you know really far out. All right, so right now I'm in the chat. I'm looking to see what you guys are talking about, and so for anybody that's just jumping in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I have a Instagram where I am heavily active. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you know, follow me. And look at that, guys. We are at 10K followers. Thank you. Thank you. So this has been something I've been trying to do for a very long time. And thank you guys for 10K on Instagram was getting me to the moon. So thank you guys for that. It's been a long journey to get here. Let's jump into Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter now, you know, shameless plug here, but you guys can follow me on Twitter. I got 1,000 followers here, so definitely I've been trying to get more active here. So I'm going to look at GameStop to see if these mainstream media guys are trying to take us down here. This girl's at AMC. I'm at GameStop. I'm at AMC. I'm at the combination GameStop and AMC. Is this possible? Where is this? This is an epic collab right here. These guys are right next to each other. Let me know if you guys think I should go to an AMC to watch some movies over there. I'm willing to support the AMC cause for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are stranded. A lot of astronauts they are stranded at let's see AMC. I know a lot of people are holding at $20, man. A lot of people might be holding at $19.88. So if I could go to a GameStop, you know, pump them with some money, buy some tickets, I'll gladly do that. So this is what's going to happen to GME when you YOLO'd GameStop to a 20 billion market cap, and now you're at the board of directors discussing long-term strategy, pivoting to digital and execs compensating packages. So there's one video that I want to show you guys actually. If you guys don't know who Chamath is, so right now I'm going to go into YouTube. I'm going to link you guys the video. I could possibly go over some of the video with you. All right, we got 2.2 thousand. Look at that. And who loves this lo-fi radio hip hop? So Chamath is a billionaire hedge fund manager. Great dude overall, and he is for the cause for GME. So let me bring this all the way around. He has a podcast, which is pretty good. Think about this, all right? You want to be hanging around with other people that are more successful than you. That's what I always thought. Like, you know, back in the days, like I had some really stupid friends, and I became, you know, I had like 5 stupid friends, let's say, for example. And and when you hang around with 5 stupid friends, you're going to be the 6th stupid friend. So once I, got rid of a lot of old friends that, didn't really help me in life, didn't push me to become better physically, mentally, like financially, I really had to, find other people to, model success after. That's where I started, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, and that's basically the people that became my friends, right? Successful people that, are able to influence me into a better direction. So that's why I recommend like listening to podcasts from like very successful people. And this one is the one where they talk about GME. So I'm gonna give this to you guys. I'm gonna put this in the chat, and you guys can go check that out. But this is the hedge fund billionaire, and he goes over everything in GameStop with all of his friends. He got like three other guys up in there. I'm not exactly sure what their background is, but these guys have a daily podcast which I'm subscribed to, and I think you guys should go in as well because this is basically free education. Imagine like where else would you have the opportunity to talk to or listen to a billionaire just like for an hour? Like I don't know where anywhere else that you can do that other than YouTube and a podcast. So Chamath is the one who the investor that got me into buying into GME. Once he started investing into GME, is exactly like 1 minute later, I put in $10,000 into GME. So that goes to show you how influential he is to me, at least. I'm not telling you guys to go do exactly like him, but definitely check him out. He's done a lot of other investments where I can show you exactly what it is. So if you guys know anything about SPACs, I could go over SPACs for a little bit. SPACs is a blank check company. So this is a social capital Hito. So this is a really weird name, but the ticker symbol is IPO. Put this one on your watch list. This one's been on my watch list for a while. You can see the CEO here is Chamath, the same exact guy I'm talking about. So his plan is to basically merge. His plan is to basically bring SoFi. SoFi is a fintech company, very similar to Mint. Very similar to Mint. So SoFi is a fintech company, and he wants to reverse merger and bring SoFi into the stock market with IPOE. So definitely, if you're interested in that, this is one that I've been watching. Whenever a company is like a blank check company, their value is roughly worth like $10 to $11 here. You can see here on November 30th, 2020, this is when it was open to trade. And it's been very volatile until January 5th. So until this year where the price started to I think they're working on the deal right now. So it could be a little bit overvalued at 26. I'm not telling anybody to get in here, but definitely Chamath, with his mind and with his ability as an investor, he hasn't missed. All right, he hasn't missed, and he has a bunch of other companies here. You can see. I think he does. This one is like iPod. Very weird how he put the ticker symbols for all this. This is IPOF. Um, so whenever there's no rumors that a company's gonna merge together with a SPAC company, then it's roughly gonna be around this price level, $10, $14. But once the rumors start hitting, that's when the ticker symbol, the price movement starts to get a lot more volatile and potential for a bigger potential for gains. So shifting a little bit off of the um, you know GME talk, we can talk about CCIV. So I talked about CCIV for a few videos, which is I'm not an expert in this, but basically this is in the EV sector, and Lucid is the apparent right? Apparent. A lot of people are thinking Lucid is the new company that is going to overtake or compete with Tesla. They're calling Lucid the new Tesla. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. EV, Lucid EV. So if you guys are interested in wanting to know what the new Tesla is, basically is the Lucid Air. All right, this is very similar to what the company was Look, this looks like a better version of Tesla in my opinion, which is pretty awesome. Starting price 69,900. I don't know if that was a joke, but it's pretty funny. 69. You know what I'm saying? 69. Um, so all right. So the main story here, there's a big rumor that CCIV is going to be the blank check for Lucid, and they're going to do a reverse merger, and that's how Lucid is going to come onto the market. But all of that is pure speculation. There's nothing been concrete about it. So go into this one with like do a lot more research when you go into this one because all of that is just pure rumors. I learned about this company from Dumb Money, which I got to meet one of the Dumb Money um, members on a Friday. It's very nice to meet him. He's worth probably over 200. He's probably worth like over 10 to 20 million dollars. All right, so I'm dropping some knowledge on for you guys. If you guys are enjoying this deep dive into the stock market, we're talking about like EVs, SPACs. These are all really hype terms now. These companies are what everybody was talking about before GME. All right, so I do know a little bit about it, and I know what is going on in the stock market world, but definitely I'm not deep down into the financials and everything with those. So we got a super chat. Thank you. We got Speed, the Team Speed Demon. All right. Reppin' Team Speed Demon. Thank you for the super chat, my boy. Um, all right. So I'm completely blanking on what I want to go over just now. So I'll be reading the chat. So Neo. All right. So EV is a big topic, big hype over the last month plus now. Because let's take a look at Tesla. All right. Everybody is trying to find the next Tesla, and it's not as easy as everybody makes it seem. All right. So, with what's been going on in the market over the last week with GME, this is what Tesla is looking like. A lot of people are speculating that a lot of the hedge funds are selling off Tesla now, and that's what's driving the price down. I believe they had an earnings called over last week. So if you have Robinhood Gold, you can read the full report here for the Morningstar report. And yes, they did have an earnings call probably a few days ago. You can even replay the earnings call here. And you can listen on into, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk was here, so you can listen to him talk on there and a lot of the people on the board as well. But talking about this, if we take a look at the last year, where a lot of people that's been invested is still up over 500%. So I invested last year as well, so I'm up 500% on this investment. I can show you exactly where that is. So a lot of people are, trying to find another company to put their money in, what brokerage that to use. And so I'm just gonna go right off the bat. Like I'm thinking a lot of people should be moving to M1 Finance. That's where I have most of my money outside of Robinhood. So this is my M1 Finance portfolio. So I'm going deep for you guys. All right, I'm showing you guys everything in my stock portfolio. This is it. All right. This is the Bruce Wayne portfolio for 2021. I'm going to share this pie with you so you guys can see everything that I'm invested in real quick. All right. I know I get asked that a lot. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to copy here and I'm going to throw it in here. So real quick, if you guys want to see what I'm invested in, that's the link. So we're going to go into my whole, I have currently this balance is at 38,000, close to 34,000. And I'm going to go into the holdings and I'm going to show you where it's at. So Tesla, like I said, I've owned Tesla for over about a year or so. I own 3 shares. Average price $127. Dude, I got in pre-split. All right, I got in really early. I should have bought more, but you work with the money you have, right? No, I'm not telling anybody to throw their life savings into the stock market right now because it's so volatile. I always do what is known as dollar cost average, which is basically put in a little bit of money every single week. I invest roughly $1,000 every single Monday into the markets, and I buy the best thing that's available for me. So my unrealized gains on Tesla right now is 500. So that's why a lot of people are trying to find the next Tesla, like how right now everybody's trying to find the next GME. So history loves to repeat itself. And there's always going to be this trend of finding the next. And I think a lot of people should just focus on what is good, what is right in front of you. And then once everything in front of you, once that turns out well, then you move on to the next one. But like I most of my portfolio and everything that I own, look at this: Tesla, Apple, Target, Lowe's, JP Morgan. All of these companies are legit companies that they're the complete opposite from GME. GME is just a completely different thing right now. GME. So don't go into GME thinking like, yo, I'm gonna jump in here, I'm gonna make $1 million, and then I'm gonna sell out and then move into something safe. If you're doing it that way, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. So these are my trades. You know, I've been doing this for a long time. So another thing I want to show you, M1 Finance, why I recommend them is because they have retirement accounts. Retirement accounts are great if you guys, if you guys want to think about your retirement, right? We don't want to work when we're older, so you open up a retirement account. There's tax advantage accounts where, you know, if you open a Roth IRA, all the money that you make in this account, all the money, all the dividends, all the gains, they're non-taxable, and when you take them out, you don't have to pay the taxes on them. That's the main advantage of a Roth IRA. And you don't have to make investing really difficult. You can buy ETFs. ETFs are basically a bucket or a basket of stocks. And so you can see I'm invested in I'll blow this up for you guys. I'm invested in the S&P 500. This is the 500 biggest companies in America. This one, like, I'm invested over $13,000 into this. BND, if you guys are on the older side, you guys should have some bonds in your portfolio. And bonds are basically one of the safest things that you can invest in. Bonds, if you're buying it into a bonds fund, you can get dividends every single month. They pay it out every single month. VTI is the total stock market index. So there's a lot of people in the FIRE community. FIRE community is financially independent, retire early, and basically all their investments is in VTI. So that's why, you know, I wanted some exposure into the entire stock market. So that's why I have 3,000 into here. And VXUS is the international stock market. So I'm going to copy this pie for you guys. If you guys are interested in this, this is known as the 3-fund lazy portfolio. So this is just me giving you guys a heads up after all this GME stuff blows over. These are just more conservative investments that you can go into. So let's say you made a lot of money after you sold GME. You made a lot of money after you sold AMC. Look into these companies if you want something safer, all right? A little bit safer. You know, everybody got to do their own due diligence here. Man, you guys are still in. All right, so we've been live for an hour. If you guys have any topics that you want me to go over, hit me up right now. I was just checking my DMs. A lot of you guys are messaging me in my Instagram right now. So right now I'm looking into the chat. If you guys want to know anything else, right now I'm just gonna keep it open for you guys. A lot of you guys want to talk about EVs. A lot of you guys want to talk about Nokia. How am I feeling today? I'm completely fine. Did I go to college? Definitely, I did go to college. So I'm gonna move this over here. If you look behind me right here, I'm pointing to it. This is my diploma. So I went to Suffolk University. I got a degree in a business degree in administration. So my degree and what I learned is basically very broad. Like, I learned a lot about management. I learned a lot about finance. I learned accounting. I learned a little bit about everything. So I'm not an expert in everything. I just know a little bit about everything, which is, like, you know, a problem in itself. You would make a lot more money if you were an expert into one thing. That's what I think. I think there was a super chat that I did not see. All right, we got 2,000 viewers. What's up, guys? We got 2,200 viewers. Welcome to the channel. We got 600 likes. Drop a like if you guys haven't dropped a like yet. I want to see the ratio at least 1-to-1. And I'm answering as many questions as I can, and definitely we can jump back into the GME topics. If you guys have any articles you want me to go over, or anything important that just recently came out, because I'm looking for that breaking news stuff. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow as well. I'll be going live for before open until noon, take a break, and then we're going to be going live again. And I'll be going over every breaking news, because tomorrow is going to be epic, man. All right, we got a super chat from Josh. Thank you. Thank you. You passed up the 50 people saying Doge, so let's pay for it. Doge to the moon. Oh man, I think Josh just got here with all that. Let me jump into Coinbase really quickly and see if you can buy Doge on Coinbase. All I know is you can buy Doge on. I think you can buy Doge on whatchamacallit, Robinhood. But let's look up Doge. Let's look up Doge. Doge right now is like what? 3 cents? I don't think people should be buying Doge, man. You know, I'm not invested in Doge. That's Conor McGregor. That's Conor McGregor right there. All right, let's see if I can buy some Doge. All right. I'm gonna take one for you guys. All right. I'm gonna go on my phone right now and I'm gonna invest in some Doge. All right. I'm gonna invest in some Doge just to get you guys off my back. All right. So here it is. I'm gonna change this into dollar amount. All right, so right now I'm working this. I'm trying to figure out how this works. How many Doge should I get? I'm going to 1,000 Doge. All right, so I'm going to buy 1,000 Doge. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to order 1,000 Doge. I'll show you guys on my screen after that. All right. All right, this is for you guys. People that have been wanting me to push Doge all this time. I'm going to buy 1,000. And if I don't make money on this, I'm going to come back after you guys. All right. I'm only spending $36 on Doge. So I'm not putting $1,000 in it. I'm just buying $1,000. I'm buying 1,000 Doges. All right. So the order is in. I think you guys can see that. And let's take a look at it. All right. So I expect to make $0 off of this investment. This is not really an investment at all, but so you can see. Let's see if I want to. Did it even go through yet? All right, here we go. So I spent more Doge. I spent more money on Doge than you guys. Yeah, this is not a financial advice, man. This is not financial advice. Do not buy any Doge. All right, look at that. I'm already down. That happens to me all the time. Let me know if this happens to you. Whenever you buy a stock or buy a cryptocurrency, right when you buy, the price just goes down. Because that happens to me all the time. I literally have to hold it for years and years for it to come back up. That's what I had to do with Bitcoin. So now I own Bitcoin and I own $36 of Doge. 1,000 quantity. So I'm holding the line for you guys right now. If this can get to 7 cents, I would have made some money there. I would have made $30. All right, so, oh man, I'm not even showing it. All right, here we go. So this is my position right now. So for all of you guys that wanted me to get into Doge, I'm in Doge now. All right. I took one for the team. Watch out, man. If this can turn into $1, I would have made $300. So I'm getting some conflicting information here. Bruce, Dogecoin is not actually offered on Robinhood, dude. You do not get actual Dogecoins. I mean, this looks like Dogecoin to me, unless they're hiding something. this could be completely true. You know, Robinhood's done sketchier stuff, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Nice. Look at the portfolio, down $300 today. Look at that line. What is going on? All right, let me know if you got if your Robinhood portfolio is working the same as mine. Let me know. This is looking really weird. All right. So, okay, I understand what you guys are saying now. Robinhood does not give real crypto. I understand 100% what you mean. Whenever you buying crypto on Robinhood, like let's jump into Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is 100% better topic, right? Let's say if you buy one Bitcoin, all you can do is buy and sell on Robinhood. When you don't have the keys to your cryptocurrency, like for example, I can transfer my Bitcoins onto this. All right. Links are going to be in the description if you guys want to see this. But this is a hardware wallet where I keep my cryptocurrencies and no one can hack me. This is as secure as you can get. All right. I have all my cryptocurrency on there. You know, I have my secret key stored away, so I know exactly how to get into it. And I have a lot of money in there where I'm pretty happy because no one can get to it. But if you're buying cryptocurrency on Robinhood, you will not be able to retrieve you will not be able to send your crypto from Robinhood onto your portfolio. But one thing that I just learned, and another, so right now I'm going to take you into my Cash App. All right. Cash App is something I've been invested in for a while. So man, I can't even show you guys. All right, yeah, I can't show you my Cash App on here. My bad, guys. All right, so one quick plug, okay, for you guys. If you guys want to own your own crypto, like let's say if you want to buy Bitcoin, buy them on Coinbase. Yes, the fees are a little bit high, but definitely it is well worth it. So I mainly own Bitcoin right here, as you can see. And so one thing about opening a account on Coinbase, you can earn rewards. All right. So this is $24 in rewards. And all you have to do is just take like these tests. You just watch these videos and you can get two of this crypto, $2 worth here. And there's a bunch of other ones. Some of them pay more, some of them pay less. I did a few back in the day, but and I got at one point this was like at $100 worth. So maybe if you signed up now, you might be able to get a decent amount. So that's just a quick tip if you guys are interested in that. And I can show you guys my portfolio. I own about $700 worth of Bitcoin in here, and this is what it looked like throughout the years. So I'm telling you, I've been owning cryptocurrency since before November 2017. I've been pretty bullish on Bitcoin, and if I did not hold since then, I would be out in a lot of money. Damn. I am the biggest pump and dump channel. I mean, Peru Invest, bro. You think I can pump Bitcoin? Bitcoin is worth like, let's see the market cap of Bitcoin. All right. In my definition of a pump and dump channel is like those guys. Hey, man, why are we back here? Coin market cap. So pump and dump channels. This is a really big issue going on in YouTube right now. Basically, pump and dump channels. They talk about penny stocks. These penny stock companies, they're worth in between like a few million, like a few 10 millions to like hundreds of millions. And depending on the size of your audience, you can push. You might be able to push that market cap up like by a few dollars to tens, $20, and get out early. That is, to me, the definition of a pump and dump. Pump and dumps are illegal. All right. They're illegal, highly illegal. If you are caught doing a pump and dump, you're going to jail, bro. So I take that. I'm pretty offended by what you just said. And if you think I can pump and dump Bitcoin, all right, look at the market cap of Bitcoin right now. Market cap of is that right? 600 billion. All right, that's 100,000. That's 100 million. That's 100 billion. 600 billion. If you think I can pump and dump a $600 billion cryptocurrency, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Yeah, I might have like over 100,000, but let us change topics before I start cussing out this guy. Let's jump back into GME and go back into Wall Street bets, baby. Diamond hands. So if you guys want to, where are your moves for tomorrow? So if you guys want to know what other investors of GME are doing, this is the place to go. All right. They change this up all the time. All right. So you just jump in here and you can see people talk about, I'll give you guys the link. All right. So I'm going to help you guys out. So this is the link for Reddit. All right. We're talking about Reddit now. We're on the Wall Street bets. All right. DD. This means due diligence. All right. So if you're looking for, people that are smarter than me, talk about GME and like some of the stocks like Nokia and all that, definitely this is where you go. All right. I think these are the newest ones. So what one Ronnie man can teach us in the squeeze. So there's just so much information here that I cannot go over everything all at one time. So I'm going to let you guys figure that out for yourself. But definitely I'm on here once in a while. People discuss about DD. A lot of people ask me what that is. It's basically due diligence. It's basically doing your homework. That's the shorthand definition for that discussion. Best daily is obviously self-explanatory. YOLO, you only live once. That's the acronym for you only live once, popularized by Drake himself from Canada. We got gains, we got losses. So if you guys want to see what are people losing, a lot of people like to talk about their gains, but I actually like to see people's losses instead, because this makes it seem more real. Yes, you might be able to make thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but look at this. This is realistically what will happen if you buy high and sell low. You lose $4,500. I don't even know what this guy did. Found a way to get 160x leverage from Charles Schwab, borrowed $14,000 with $85 to purchase GME calls. Jesus Christ, bro. I hate losing money. All right. That's probably the biggest thing I hate losing money. That's probably the biggest thing. All right. So I'm going to turn up my mic. Let's see if I can turn up my mic. I mean, that's as max as it can get. Hello. Testing. All right. I need to figure that out later. But I'll talk more into the mic. Maybe you guys can. I'll talk more into the mic. Maybe it'll be easier. Just remember, man, if you're going to invest in something like this, there's a potential that you lose your money. All right. This guy is buying BlackBerry. This looks like the font for Vanguard. So he bought BlackBerry on Vanguard. Oh my God, dude. This is it, man. This is what you're looking at whenever you're buying into these type of companies. All right, current balance 130,000. He has 9,600 shares at $14, and he is down $78,000. So a lot of you guys are wondering if you should be buying in with $100, $200. These guys are losing tens of thousands here. So look at both sides of the coin whenever you're going into an investment. Make sure you're willing, if you're willing to lose and hold, it might come back around for you, but Total return negative. Total return negative $13,000, and this guy bought BB. So a lot of people has been losing money on BlackBerry. Let me know if you guys have lost money on BlackBerry. This is a pretty interesting. This is the real deal, guys. Not everybody makes money in the stock market, but the short squeeze is a little bit different. The strategy, there's a bit of a strategy behind here. It's not just like you only live once. All right, so this is a pretty good question. Limits. This one is talking about limits. Can you talk about putting limits? Definitely, I can talk about putting limits. So this is a really good thing to know about. So let's see. Right now, I'm in my portfolio, okay? And right now, I'm looking at GME. So we're in GME, and we're at buy GME. If you guys click this arrow, you will have something similar to Robinhood on the mobile phone, and it'll give you guys these order types. If you press limit order, you can actually put the price that you want to buy at. So let's say you don't want to buy GME at 312, but you want to buy at 300, and you want to buy 100 shares at 300. That would be $30,000. Once you do this, allowed to execute during extended hours is basically after the market closes, you can still have this execute if you wanted to, and just review order and buy. Same thing with sell limit. So this is sell GME. My limit for this would be, I'll put it at 5,000. I'm planning to sell at around 1,000 plus. 1,000 plus for me is a big win. And, I'll probably sell like 10 shares, 100 shares, whatever. That's like $50,000. So that's just a quick tip for you guys. If you guys wanted to buy it at a certain limit, sell it at a certain limit. And also they have stop loss, which is definitely something different than let's do stop loss on the sell side. So let's say if this drops below 300, all right, and you bought, let's say you bought at 384. If this thing drops below 300 and you just want to get rid of it, you want to cut your losses, whatever, you do stop loss. So if you put 300 here and you put sell 10 shares, it'll sell 10 shares at $300. So you don't have to keep holding it when it goes below 300. That's a pro tip for you guys. Hopefully that helps. Stop spreading negativity. This is a good one. Stop spreading negativity. I will take what you're saying as a hold. Definitely, I never try to be negative, guys. I'm holding probably as much as you guys, or maybe even a little bit more or less. And, I've been holding for a week. I'm planning to hold this for a decent position for a long time. So definitely, I'm not trying to spread negativity, but I rather have everybody know all their options before they're going into this. Because the more options that you have, the better of a decision that you can make. But this is for educational purposes only. All right, next question. If you sell some at a higher price and set a stop loss for more shares than you own, does it just sell all that's left? You can determine exactly how many shares that you want to sell. I mean, right here, you can just see if you have a stop price, you can sell it at, if you just want to buy one share or you want to sell one share. It all determines on what you want to do with how many shares you have. We just finished one monster can. We have 2,400 people in here. Welcome to the live stream. I'll reset this really quickly because, we're getting way off topic on a lot of things. We're going into a lot of the basics of GME, the short squeeze, what's going on, what will happen next week. That I believe next week is going to be a insane week where I expect a big attack from short sellers. I went over some strategies that they might be going over. I go over some strategies of like how to buy at certain limits, how to sell at certain limits just now. So if you want to go over that, you might have to review and just watch back what I just told everybody just now. Do you think GME will go down Monday pre-market and when it opens as a tactic? I don't expect. I think these short sellers are going to do a lot of unexpected things. I'm already, I'm already thinking they're going to do a lot of short ladder attacks, very similar to last week. I'm not really, they've done it once here, they've done it once here, they've done it once here on this day, and they've done it again on the 29th. They've restricted, there's been restrictions on how many that you can buy on Robinhood and on a lot of other brokerages. So definitely, we've seen them throw a lot of stuff at us. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of new moves as well to make. They've already, I've seen some marketing campaigns. Man, I need to save all of these articles, but let's see if I can find it on Google. Citadel, no, Citron Capital marketing, promoting. Let's see if I can find it. Stores. All right, so I can't find the article really quickly, but on GME, on Wall Street Bets, I found an article where they screenshotted that Citron has basically paid certain media outlets to promote that they are out of the short squeeze. They are out of shorting GME. So you have to think, why would they do that? Why would they have to pay a media outlet to promote that? So I'm thinking these guys are playing a lot of like shady stuff. They're doing a lot of things that not like these stuff. Nobody could imagine that they're doing it, but they're doing it. AMC is a safer bet. So this one is, we talked about this. Just because AMC is at $13 doesn't mean that it's a safer bet. Yes, GME is at a pretty it's pretty expensive right now. But we have to look at both companies, all right? You don't look at the company at just as the stock price. You have to look at it at the whole entire market cap. And if you look at it, AMC is not talked about as much as GME. So, that social arbitrage play, hands down, is going to GME. Everybody is, if everybody overseas is buying GME, why and not talking about AMC, then, I'm rocking with GME. All right, thank you for the super chat, Becca. We got, what do you think about Roblox? I hope everyone stays with the goal in mind. Do you think, thank you for being transparent. Big crush. Oh, thank you. So Roblox, I think they're going to be IPOing this year. Roblox is a game very similar to Minecraft. It's like a little kids game where you build characters and you can they have their own economies within the game where you can buy and sell stuff and do missions and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I definitely would like to find out more about that information. I played the games a few times with my nephew. That's all I know basically about that. Definitely that's on the watch list right now. So I will keep an eye on that. IPOs, typically I don't buy IPOs because when a company IPOs is basically their investors that got in early are trying to get out. That's how I see it. So IPOs typically are a lot more expensive when they first come out. There's a lot of media attention on them. A lot of people are just buying in because of the hype. So that's something I try to stay away from. And definitely whenever you've been in the market long enough, you get to see these type of trends happen. So if it does IPO, definitely I will not be the first one to jump in. I'll wait maybe a few months, and then if it looks good financially and all that, everything behind the scenes, definitely possibly I could invest in something like that. Also, one other thing. So I learned this from another investor. If something crazy happens in the market, but this is set aside GME, all right? Set aside these type of companies. If something crazy happens in the market, usually it takes about 3 days until normal people figure out what is going on. So a lot of the times I like to wait a few days before making a decision on buying or selling a company. So some examples in the past, let's say um, some examples in the past. Let's say Tesla, right? They just came out with like a really good earning call, but people are starting to sell off, and you're wondering like, hey, why? No, that's a really bad example. I can't. I'm blanking on an example right now, but definitely, I'll go over that tomorrow. Um, Dude, I'm starting to blank here, guys. Sorry. How is your real estate doing? So if you guys are brand new to the channel, which seems like most of you guys are, drop a like. I own a lot of real estate. I own 3 properties, 2 duplexes, 1 condo in New York City. So I have experience managing properties on my own. I have experience doing like long distance managing of a company. Managing of a property, and they're doing great. So right now, real estate is very expensive because the government just keeps pumping money into the economy. So a lot of the prices and also the interest rates are really low. So a lot of real estate is really expensive right now. Um, that so it makes it really difficult for people to buy homes. So more people is going to rent. So for me, I have a big pool of people that want to rent, and I pick pretty good tenants. I have a extensive list of requirements that I need my tenants to follow. So these guys are pretty good. They don't bother me that often. They pay their rent on time, and like I just collect rents. I could live off of it if I wanted to, but I'm still working. So I think, everybody should be learning how to do some real estate if you guys want to get your money to work for you. Cause that's definitely once I figured out how to do that, I was able to, improve on so many other aspects of my life. You know, owning real estate is a lot easier than like learning how to code, some stuff like that. Like I'm not a tech guy, so I can't learn stuff like that. Oh man, we got Danny E19D. He is saying GME is dead. I don't believe GME is dead. Um, if we have all these people talking about GME, pumping it up, we have one entire community of 7.5 million readers. All right. So the last time I did a video, there was 6 million. All right. So in the last 2 days, this community grew by 1.5 million. And all these people are interested in GME. Most likely, a majority of them bought GME and are holding. That is the mission. That is the cause right now. I don't think GME is dead at the moment. Maybe, you know, slim chance, slim to none with that one. We have a super chat. We have a dono. Let's go. Kazum. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Thank you for the super chat. We got love your content, bro. I love you from Switzerland. So we got thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm telling you, this is a international event that is happening. This, even though like the stock GameStop is from America, everybody overseas is watching it, what's going to happen. Asia, Europe. We got Switzerland up in the house for today. This is historical. Name me another company that brought everybody together the same way that GME has brought us together. I'm pretty sure you cannot name one. Everything that is happening right now is the perfect storm. The perfect storm. All right, I'm just going through the comments, man. You guys are asking awesome questions. We've got like over 2,000 questions over here. So Feng Cheng, hopefully I pronounced that right. How did I get started in investing? I'm 21 and starting to get my feet wet. So for me personally, I did not get started investing until I was pretty late. So, throughout my teenage life, I was working retail, working at a supermarket, restaurants, selling cell phones. I was doing a bunch of like odd jobs. And during all that time, I was saving money, waiting to see I've always been a saver. I did not spend that much. Throughout college, same thing. But during college, I was actually mostly studying and then working on the weekends at my family's supermarket. And after college, still same thing, working. Then after I've saved up enough money throughout the years, boom, buy real estate. So I mean, I think it's going to be a lot easier to get into the stock market than in real estate because like I bought my properties like outright. I bought all cash. That's probably not the best way to do it. It's probably better to get a loan, especially since interest rates are really low right now. So if you're interested in that, just you can do it the exact same way that I did it, but I recommend, saving money throughout a few years of work, put that down on a real estate property, do it again and again and again, and boom, you're rich. All right, we got a dono. I'll be going over the Mike P. $4.99. Thank you. Thoughts on ETH? I have a AMC call expiring on Friday with losses and thinking of taking what I get and pump it in ETH. So Ethereum is the second biggest cryptocurrency out there right now, second to Bitcoin. Ethereum is a lot different than Bitcoin. Actually, a lot of people build off other cryptocurrencies, other systems off of Ethereum. So there's a good there's a good play with Ethereum right now, but definitely I do not think that in the long term, I think people will still be buying Bitcoin. People see Bitcoin as, the original, the number one, and you can make a big case for Ethereum. And I think when it comes to that, you just have to diversify. For me, I have 0% diversity. I have like all my investments in crypto and Bitcoin, none in Ethereum. And now I have $36 in Doge. A lot of people think I'm pumping Doge right now. I'm just gonna make a bet with $36 on Dogecoin. I'm gonna say no to Litecoin as well. And I have no idea. All right, so like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I just saved money, found something that I think would be a good investment, put my money in there, and here I am. So I don't have that much knowledge in every aspect. I'm not an expert. And what I like to do, I like to figure things out on my own and make it easy to explain. I don't do the best job about it, but I do make a lot more money than most of America. What do you think about Coinbase as a tradable stock in the next month or so? I think actually their IPO would be a great investment into cryptocurrency if you don't want to buy Bitcoin. So I think that might be the play for me actually, because I've actually been using Coinbase for years. And the one thing I like to say when I'm to all newbie investors is invest in what you know. So if you know about, certain industries, certain products, and like software, definitely make those type of investments because nobody's going to know more than, somebody who's like worked at like the company or like used the product for years on end. All right. So we're just randomly going through the chats right now. And we got another dono. What's up? We got Jesse Jones. Jesse Jones, what's up, bro? Do you know anything about Ledger? I bought it 3 years ago and have a few Ethereums in it. Would be safe to open my Ledger, right? Because of all the hacks. I think you have a Ledger. I have a Trezor. This is the Trezor. I heard that one of those companies got hacked recently, but I'm pretty sure if you have your secret key, your key passwords to your wallet, you should be fine. Maybe update the software. I think that might be a good idea. I always update my softwares because the new software that comes up with like iPhone, the crypto wallets and everything, they always make them better and more secure. So I do something like that. Upgrade the software. Ledger is fine. I think I owned Ledger back in the day, but I went with Trezor overall. You could possibly, get a Trezor and transfer it over. I wish I knew more about the hack. Definitely, I can go over this one. Can you talk about how to buy a call, please? This is so easy to do. All right. So this is Gamestop. I had a guy email me the other day saying that he spent like $15,000 on a call option, which was I didn't even know you can buy a call option for $15,000. So this is buy. This is called the option chain on GameStop. All right. GameStop, buy, call, buy, call. All right. You want to look for wherever you think GameStop will be expiring February 5th. So let me show you where my call option is. So this is the one I bought. All right. Where I'm going to scroll down. I bought mine when GameStop was worth like $90. All right. So I'm in a different position than you. I paid like $2,500 for my call option. So this is probably not the best idea because if we look at this right now, this is worth, if you bought this today, it's worth $24,000. So you could buy it here. You're going to be deep in the money. I'm not sure how much further the price of GME is going to go, but it's really easy to buy a call. Typically, a lot of people buy calls outside of the money. If you go all the way up, you can buy a call at $800. So on February 19th, when this expires, if GME is over $800, that means you're going to make a gain on this. But, it's very unlikely. You're really making a big bet. This one call option is worth, you have the times 90.13 with 100 because this one contract is worth 100 shares. So this would be worth, all right. So if I added this into the order, let's say you want to buy one contract, max cost $9,000. So buying calls right now is very difficult because the margin required right now is a lot higher. So you're going to be paying a big premium for all this as well. Hopefully that explains how to buy a call. I wouldn't mess with buying calls, especially if you're a beginner. That's just a recipe for disaster if you don't know what you're doing. All right, we got DG up in here trying to spread some FUD. Yep, this is the first sign. This will be the catalyst for a major market crash. A bunch of hedges will go under, less people will short and put, therefore further market price. That is something that I've been thinking about, over the week. Like that's probably the worst case scenario of everything that can happen. Honestly, that's the worst case scenario. And I'm thinking like people are going to lose. These hedge funds are going to lose a lot of money. And when those hedge funds lose a lot of money, they got to liquidate their entire portfolio. Market's going to come down, and all because of GameStop. But the thing is, GameStop is such a small market cap company. So there's like some pros and cons for that argument. And I'm starting to lean towards the con just because the market cap is not that large. But definitely if hedge funds have to liquidate all their positions, and that will definitely bring down a lot of other companies as well, because those hedge funds are holding companies like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, and those are the biggest companies right now in the S&P 500. All right, so who is going to be here on Monday morning? Monday morning is literally like 10 hours away, maybe about 10 hours. So I'll probably try to come back at 9, and I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow at 9. We're going to be ending this podcast. This podcast is almost like a podcast. I'm just talking to you guys. One-man show here. We got a super chat. Thank you. Cheers from Santa Cruz, California. Bruce, what are the top 3 stocks for dividends? Thank you for your hard work and awesome information. All right. So right now, let's jump into my portfolio. Let's go into Simply Safe. So Simply Safe dividends. So we're going to go over some dividend stocks. Yes, I invest in legit companies as well. So this is my portfolio. This is my dividend portfolio. If you guys are interested in learning more about it, my portfolio right now is worth a lot more than this. I just haven't updated with all the GME stuff going on, but my annual income is roughly the same. Annual income right now from dividends is $5,000. So no matter what I do, I'm going to be getting paid $5,000 every single year from my portfolio. That was my general idea for starting investing, making a portfolio that's going to be paying me every single year. Money's coming in, and I get to reinvest it and grow it faster and faster. So he was asking me, what is my top dividend companies if I were to buy right now? So this dividend tracker, literally helps me buy dividend, helps me analyze the companies and which ones to buy. So if we take a look here at valuation and timeliness, these companies could potentially be undervalued. So I would look at companies like Walgreens. I would look at companies like AT&T, IBM. These guys have like a good track record, good balance sheet, and their dividend yield is on the more attractive side. So those are just some off the top of my head. 3M is also a good one. Pfizer. Pfizer's coming out with what do we all want right now? The COVID vaccine. I shouldn't even say that word. I might get this video not shown a lot of places. And also one of my all-time favorites, Realty Income. This one is a monthly dividend payer. So just a quick one for you guys. I really have no more updates from GME. I'm going to be looking for more important information over the tonight, so I can bring you guys more information tomorrow, and we can analyze that. If there's anything you guys want me to go over, definitely I'll leave this live stream going so you guys can continue to chat inside the chat box, and like I'll go over it really quickly and find out what everybody wants to learn. But it seems like you guys just want me to be pumping some companies out here. Definitely check out my merch if you guys want to get some of the same things that I'm wearing in every single video. One of the more popular ones is the Dividend Champ sweaters. I love those. And we're gonna be doing a play-by-play next week, every single day. That's what I'm planning to do. Come back every single day, just diving deep into GME. A lot of people still want to know if it's still a good time to come in. I personally wouldn't go that heavy if I didn't have anything invested. That's just me. I'm looking to sell at, like I said, 1,000 to 5,000. A lot of people are expecting it's going to go a lot higher. That's just crazy to me to even think it could reach $1,000, right? So let's see where we're at, man. Only time will tell, man. Next week, will the squeeze happen next week? Most likely it will. Can it extend longer into past next week? Yes, it can. But definitely we will be analyzing everything Robinhood does. We'll be analyzing what GME does. And also, I think I should start looking into what will be the next GME. Honestly, you guys keep bringing it up. So I will look into it. Maybe it's AMC, maybe it's BB. Just right now, though, is very unclear. And GME, to me, is just the best play to go for right now. So right now, I'm still in the chat. You guys have donated so much money. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. So I want to be here for you guys. I want to answer some more questions, and I will end this live stream in about 3 minutes. So I've been live streaming for about 2 hours. Amazing. We got 2,000 people up in here. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you guys are brand new, still haven't subscribed yet, right now would be the best time to subscribe. We'll be doing another live stream on Monday. I will be doing for Monday. My plan is to be there in the morning, take a break during the afternoon, 1 hour break to just to refuel and eat, and then I'll be back to analyze anything that happens after. I also plan to make some collaborations with some other YouTubers like Brian Jung. I've been a big fan of Brian Jung's for a while, and he's doing big things on his YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in all that and more, definitely stick around. We'll be going deep into GME. Check out all those links that I provided with you guys in the chat. There's a lot of information there with Chamath. Definitely, that's one of the best podcasts I've seen. So I'm seeing a lot of people asking about Naked. I'm seeing a lot of people asking about AMC. I'm gonna do a little bit more research into these companies, seeing why people are interested in them. But I think don't get distracted, guys. GME is where it's at. Hold strong. Don't diamond hands, as they say. Hold strong. Rockets to the moon. We're gonna be ending this live stream now. So thank you guys for being here with me. I'm gonna wrap things up. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification to get notified for the next update. We're gonna stick around and we're gonna be doing this, man. I'm not selling. I like the stock. I think you degenerates are on the same boat as me. All right, guys. So this is it. This is we might be going into the actual end game now. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in another live stream. Peace out.